We got a huge release on Monday. So of course, I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to tell you exactly where to go and what to do. So,
first thing is obviously confirmed app.
Okay, let me explain, guys. Yes, yesterday was Sunday, and obviously I post my upcoming sneakers videos on a Sunday. However, I ran into some technical difficulties, which is very frustrating. I had a full video with a how to cop guide for all of the slides. I had all of the raffle links as well, which takes ages to do. So I was going to help you guys grab these slides that released today. So today is Monday. And then, yeah, technical difficulties. The video would only show up in 360p, which I'm not uploading a 360p video. So I couldn't upload the video yesterday, so I am uploading it today. And instead of the how to cop, which was obviously in the yesterday's version, we're going to be talking about did you cop. So right now, the release for the slides is kind of going on. It's pretty much done for me over here. Again, I mean, geez, you guys take a look. Green glow, nothing. Soot, not selected. And then the other one, the pure colorway, not selected either. All sold out. I didn't get anything. There may be a slight chance that I get one raffle later on in the day, but I highly doubt it because most of the raffles are finished by now. And yeah, it's looking like I took an L. I mean, I entered a ton of raffles, a ton. So yeah, it seems like these slides were a very hard cop. So yeah, I apologize that I couldn't make my how to cop video for you guys yesterday. So of course, let me know down in the comment section, did you manage to get yourself a pair of slides or didn't you? Other than that, we got a lot going on. September is a pretty crazy month for not only Yeezy brand, we've got some big restocks happening, some moved release dates. I'll explain all of that in today's video. So yeah, we got a lot going on, so I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. First, we got to do a recap of what happened this weekend in terms of sneaker releases, and the first one obviously is the Jordan 4 Shimmer. Did you get it? That was pretty much the biggest release of the weekend. I think that was Friday. So the Jordan 4 Shimmer, obviously women's size run. However, it still does fit a lot of guys, including me. And I think it's still a really dope colorway. Now, I did take an L, but I do want to try and get my hands on this pair of shoes. I really like 4s and I like this colorway. So yeah, let me know if you went for this pair of shoes. Did you manage to get the Jordan 4 Shimmer or did you take an L? Along with the Yeezy slide release next week, we also have a Yeezy Quantum release, which is the Quantum ONYX, which is the triple black colorway. Clean as hell. However, you know what it's like with the Yeezy Quantums. They're not in the most high demand. So honestly, I don't even know if, you know, the priority for this release should be trying to get them for retail. They potentially could go under retail after the release, or at least historically speaking, a lot of the Quantums have gone under retail after the actual release. So you may want to hold off. I don't know. Personally, I'm just going to put out 1 or 2 entries on the confirmed app and then maybe some other raffle plays. It's an extremely clean pair of Quantums, which is kind of what I'm trying to highlight here. I definitely want to get these in. I've got the originals. This is probably the most compelling colorway for me to go out and get a second pair. All of the other ones have kind of been similar or just, you know, they've been okay, but nothing really beats the original. So this is definitely my second favorite colorway and one I'm going to try and grab. These do release on September the 10th. I believe that is Friday. Plenty of raffles that are available if you want to go hard for this pair of shoes. Obviously, these are up on the Adidas confirmed app as well. So if you want to go and enter, I would suggest doing that. Now, along with those releases, I mean, we kind of went over how hard Yeezy is going to be going this month with dropping sneakers. They're dropping a bunch, like a ton, almost 1 a week or 2 a week. Thanks to Yeezy Mafia, have a look at the 3 upcoming Yeezy 500s, including a restock of the Utility Black 500. Yes, these are coming back in November. That is the date for the Utility Black restock. And then we've got 2 other colorways which we haven't seen before, so we're going to get into that. So Yeezy Mafia is calling this the fall winter collection lineup of Yeezy 500. So the first one that we've got over here is the clay brown. Now we have kind of talked about this one I think last week, and again it's a, you know, brown clay brown kind of color. It's darker, it's kind of like the Utility Black, just brown, so it's got very dark kind of tones to it. One that I am very interested in is the secondary colorway which they are talking about, and this one is the ash gray. Now the ash gray is looking, I guess, slightly like that gray 500 high. I forget what it was called, slate gray, where the upper is lighter than the midsole, and that contrast looks really good on a Yeezy 500. It just kind of, you know, shows off that crazy midsole that the 500s have, and I think looks really, really good. And then of course, like I mentioned, the third colorway that we are going to be getting is a restock of the utility black. So we have 3 different 500 lows that are going to be upcoming very, very soon. So we got the clay brown, which is supposed to be releasing this month. I believe it was the 13th or something. So right around the corner, very, very soon, sometime this month. And then of course we got the ash gray and the utility black, which are both slated to drop in November. Listen, we've got a Jordan update, and this one is probably going to be one of the more hyped pairs of Jordan 1s that are going to be dropping this year. I got some bad news. Listen, they're delayed. So take a look right here. We got the patent leather Bred, and of course, again, going to be a very, very popular pair of shoes. So these originally were supposed to be dropping in October of this year, which is next month, so literally a month's time. However, they've been pushed all the way to December, so a good couple months of extra time. I don't know why. I don't know. I think it just kind of probably falls in line with a lot of the delays that we've had this year, just due to manufacturing things with COVID and everything. I'm not too mad. I'm not too mad at this at all. It doesn't really matter for me too much. I mean, it's obviously going to be very, very high demand, and I probably would expect that because it's been pushed back, the anticipation for this pair of shoes is going to be that much higher. You know, I think people definitely will be after this. In my opinion, I really like them. However, again, patent leather, it's not really my favorite thing. Like, if I could swap these out for a regular leather, I think I would any day of the week, and I feel like a lot of people would. But it's still a very clean pair of shoes that I don't think the patent leather is going to completely deter people from wearing this. Anyway, December the 30th, if I didn't already say that, is the new release date for the Jordan 1 Bred patent leather. Let's get into another Jordan 1, and this is all the way in 2022. I say 22 like it's a long time away. It is pretty close. Anyway, this is supposed to be, or slated to be, the first Jordan 1 release of 2022, and it is something we've kind of spoke about before. However, we haven't really seen it in hand, like a physical pair. We've only really taken a look at rendered images. So this is the Marina blue. This is going to be releasing on January the 15th, apparently. And it's always interesting seeing, like, what is the first Jordan 1 drop? What is the first Yeezy drop of 2022? Just kind of sets the tone for the year. Like, I think this year it was the Volt. Was it the Volts? The Jordan 1 Volt, I believe, was the first Jordan 1 drop. Anyway, this is going to be the first one. So take a look at some of these detailed images. The Marina blue, it's going to be relatively popular, I assume. We've definitely seen our fair share of blue Jordans and Dunks this year. Blue is definitely going heavy. Now, speaking of Jordan 1s, we're staying on Jordan 1s because this one is right around the corner, at least for here in the UK. And of course, that is the Jordan 1 prototype. And what I really want to ask you guys is, how are you feeling on this pair of shoes? I haven't heard too many people speak about it, but I am very interested in what people have to say, because there's a lot of interesting things going on. This is, like, obviously a very, very different pair of Jordan 1s. For starters, the colors look pretty interesting. The second thing is the reflective material. So around the toe box, there's some kind of a little bit of exposed reflective material. So when you hit it with the shine, it obviously lights up. And then, of course, towards the back, you also have some reflective material, which is something we really do not see that often on a pair of Jordan 1s. Second off, its design kind of eludes you to cut the top off and turn it into a low. So if you take a look, or a close look around that ankle area, you'll see there's dotted lines, as if, you know, what a lot of things indicate when you want them to cut them. You know, you got those little dotted lines, or as if you could, like, tear it off. I don't know whether it's necessarily designed to cut it off, or whether it's just designed to look like you could cut it off. Either way, it's still a little bit odd, because that's where most of the color is on this pair of shoes. You got the light and the darker blue, which is around that ankle area. So cutting that off would just make it a gray and black Jordan 1 low. And then again, what are you doing with the tongue? Like, are you just cutting straight through the tongue? So you just have random raw exposed tongue? I don't know what you're doing. Are you leaving it long? You're cutting off the ankle area and leaving the tongue super long? That would be a weird look. Either way, whatever you decide to do with this pair of shoes, I think as is, just as a Jordan 1 high, it looks interesting. It looks pretty cool. Not my favorite again, but I kind of like it. I definitely would like to check it out. So the release date on this for you guys out in the US is supposed to be September the 24th. However, here in the UK, it is already loaded up for plenty of different raffles. Hasn't loaded up on Nike sneakers yet, so maybe the UK is delayed on the Nike sneakers front, but there's plenty of different raffles that you can go and enter for the Jordan 1 prototype. September the 10th is the date for here in the UK, and I assume Europe as well. Another one right around the corner is the Air Jordan 5 Oreo, which I believe Nike sneakers is calling this one like Moonlight something. Obviously, it looks very, very close to the Oreo 5s, and this is literally September the 10th as well. So this weekend, or this coming weekend, is definitely a pretty big one. If you want to grab this pair of shoes, I believe it, like, there's plenty of raffles that are available as well. It's got the iced out outsole, which looks great. It's just, there's a lot of good things about this pair of shoes. It's got a lot going for it. I think it's super clean. I'm definitely going to try and grab it, especially for a review. So that's pretty much all I got to say. This is around the corner, and obviously if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, you got the date. Let's keep it moving. All right, so Fragment is going hard as hell this year. We've seen the dunks, we've seen the threes, we've seen the Travis Scott collaboration. They're going crazy, right? And now they're coming back with a secondary colorway on the Dunk High. So this one is called the Tokyo. We got the Beijing colorway, which was the black and the purple, and this Tokyo colorway is a darker blue and black. Probably prefer this one, if I gotta be honest. I liked that Beijing colorway. However, the navy goes hard with that darker black color, and I just think it's a very, very clean pair of shoes. Unfortunately, we don't have a global release date for this, or if it will even release globally, because right now it's set for Japan exclusive, so we may never see this in the UK, in the US. So I don't know. If we do get an updated, release schedule for this and they do end up dropping worldwide, I will let you guys know. Right, we're not done with Yeezy, okay? Yeezy still has a bunch of stuff happening this year, and this is their third colorway of the Yeezy 450. So we had the Cloud White, the Dark Slate, and this is the Resin colorway. In my opinion, probably my least favorite out of the three. Still not bad. Still actually better than the rendered images for sure. It's a little bit of a darker kind of musty green rather than that kind of bright faded green, which I think that this looks a little bit better. The laces kind of contrast a little bit, being a little bit darker as well. Kind of similar to the Resin slides, I guess, in a way. Seems a little bit darker, or that might just be the images. But yeah, this is set to release later this year in December. So holiday season, they're going to be dropping a third colorway of the Yeezy 450. Now, don't forget, we're still supposed to be getting that restock of the Dark Slate and the Cloud White apparently this month. I don't know, we haven't really heard anything other than what Yeezy Mafia said when the 450 originally released, that they were going to be restocking. So I don't know if I would go wholeheartedly believing that they are going to restock, because we haven't heard anything. But yeah, we got a third colorway. If you don't want to cross your fingers for the restock, then this could be the next 450 that you want to go and grab. December time, look out for the Yeezy 450 Resin. All right, we've got an updated release date and updated images of the highly anticipated upcoming Salehe Bembury Crocs collaboration, and they're dropping in December. So holiday season this year is going to be pretty crazy. Crazy ass looking Crocs. They are definitely something different. They still have the general shape. They got the strap on the back, so they're not too far away from a regular pair of Crocs, but probably one of the better Crocs that I've seen, or one of the more different Crocs that I've seen. A lot of the other ones, the Post Malones, the whatever, who else? Justin Bieber. They're all, generally a Croc, just some random design differences. This definitely is something that Salehe Bembury has definitely put his touch to it. So you can kind of see there's like all these organic lines, and there is now some holes around the top, which in my opinion look pretty similar to the Foam Runner in terms of like their organic shapes. Now there is some other colorways, like the one I'm looking at here. This is this kind of tan colorway, which we haven't seen yet. Previously, we saw the white and the black colorway. This is a tan or all over brown color, and then also an army green or a kind of mossy green color, which I think also looks clean. As of right now, all three of these are slated to drop in December time. So yeah, take a good look, because these Crocs I think are gonna fly. I think a lot of people like the look of them, and Crocs are in right now. All right, so you guys remember the New Balance protection pack? I have the sea salt, or whatever that white, no, it's not called sea salt, it's the white colorway. colorway. Anyway, the protection pack is a very, very dope New Balance collaboration or New Balance pack that they did. It looks super, super sick. Now, they're bringing this protection pack theme over to the New Balance 5740, which, if you didn't know, is one of my favorite New Balance sneakers right now. It's an awesome one, and this is the first colorway that we can see. I don't know whether they're going to make a pack out of this, whether there's 3 colorways. It looks like very, very similar material, if not the exact same material that we found on the 2002 R protection pack. This vintaged out midsole, or the kind of sail colored midsole, looks incredible on this pair of shoes as well. Now, at the moment, we don't have a specific release date. It is supposed to be dropping this year. I would imagine sometime soon, considering they did just drop the first protection pack on the 2002 R. But I did want to give you guys some closer looks at this one because I am really enjoying it. I think it looks super sick. But with that being said, we're going to get into my final story for today, which isn't really a story at all. It is just a thing that I saw, maybe an article that I saw that is pretty alarming. It's pretty crazy. So Sneaker News posted this on Instagram of the dunks from 2021. And it just got me thinking, like, damn. We've had a lot of dunks, from everything to collabs, to GR dunks, to random flipped colorways. And here is a kind of list or a graphic of all of the different dunks that we've seen. How many did you cop is the question from Sneaker News. And of course, the latest one that I picked up is the Georgetown dunks. I did a review on this colorway. Probably one of my favorite GR colorways, or not probably, definitely one of my favorite GR colorways for 2021. The UNC and the Pandas obviously come in very, very high. It's between those 3, I think, are my personal favorites. However, you know, we've had the Michigans, we've had the flipped University Reds, we've had the UNLVs, we've had the Cobalts. There's been a bunch of really, really cool colorways dropping. The triple whites, those are dope as well. I'm kind of naming off like the plainish ones, but there are also some crazy collaborations at play here. Obviously the undefeated dunks as well. So yeah, take a look at this. And what I wanted to ask you guys, this is how I'm going to end off the video. What is your favorite dunk, and which one did you actually manage to get? Did you manage to get any of these? I'm sure there must be at least one that I know they've been in incredibly high demand, but you must have been able to get at least one. If you've been going for all of them, I'm sure you've probably got at least one. Come on. Please, you must have. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Let me know what your favorite dunk is. Let me know which one you managed to get here in 2021. Thank you for coming through, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for yet again another episode of Upcoming Sneakers. You know we do this every single Sunday, so if you want to come back and join me next weekend, feel free to do so. And if you want, you can also hit the subscribe button on your way out. But then again, thank you so much for coming through, hanging out, liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then.